So today, welcome in. We're learning how to do a coax termination. You'll have your compression tool, dikes. We use the quad shielded terminals. On Big Red, specifically, this has the ability to do RG59 and 6 or RG7 and 11. Most of the time we use RG6. You'll have two different razor blades inside. One is cutting the sheath and one is cutting the white dielectric all the way down to the center core. Just for grins and giggles, we're going to do this extra long so that you can see what I'm talking about. That gets pressed on nice and firm, spin, rotates, and so that is what we're trying to get to. Push Big Red back on, right up to the first razor where it cut. Go back around it so that we can get the top black sleeve off. Now with our foil braid, this is our ground or sheeting that in the signal pattern is what's used to provide the alternate from the signal. So you're going to bend that all down. I can tell you that if you use your fingernails to do that, it sometimes can hurt. So when you do it, pay attention to pulling it down and away from the foil braid that is on the inside of the dielectric. So now that I have everything pulled down and away, we're going to take our F terminal and we have a center barrel and then the outside barrel and the inside barrel. And I want to be able to put this inside barrel so it's going to slide down over my foil braid, separating the foil mesh from the foil inside of the dielectric. So it's going to be a feel thing. Feels like it's set, and I'm going to push in. I have a little watch window here on my terminal to make sure that I have firmly seated my terminal all the way on. As I'm pushing this on, I'm going to push and give it a clockwise looking down at a turn. And I'm looking for the dielectric to be able to come flat with the bottom of the terminal. And also I'm going to watch it in my watch window. Pushing and turning, checking. That's just about perfect. That's a little bit too much, so I backed it off a little bit. And I can see in my watch window that I got my foil braid here and the sheeting. That looks really good. I'm not so worried about this part right now because we'll trim that later. I want to compress these two pieces together on this wire so that it will firmly seat. And there's a little ridge on the bottom of the terminal where it steps down, and this is a smaller diameter than what this is a thicker diameter. Here and here, you can see a little ledge. And so this metal sleeve is going to push up to that lip. Opening up my terminator, pushing my center connector in through the center here. It's a little long for demonstration purposes, so I'm going to just cut that down a minute. Pushing that back up in there. So now the top of my terminal is firmly seated on the mating surface. And then when I squeeze down on it, the metal sleeve is going to hit the bottom, and this is all going to press together. You're able to adjust the depth of this. I don't know that we're going to need to. And as I'm squeezing this, I don't want to get overzealous, but I want to make sure that my metal sleeve stops at where my ridge is at on the plastic piece. And I don't want to squeeze any more than that because if I do, I will start to over compress the fitting. I may have had this set up for another terminal like an RCA jack. So I've squeezed, and now that's just to the ridge. Now if I squeeze more than that, it's going to overflare and it's going to start bending the metal. So I'm going to stop, release, and that's now fully compressed. This part no longer slides or is going to pull off or move. The screw terminal still spins. And then the last part of this is that, to get really, really specific, is we want our center conductor to be barely protruding my sleeve that spins on. So covering with my fingers, just like that. That is how we're going to terminate. So if we had a barrel, they would screw together.